What's going on, guys? It's Joe with Endo Daily, and today I wanted to go over some of the different styles and types of EDC pouches, pocket slips, all that good stuff. So these are all my pouches, bags, belts, whatever that that I've had for a little bit. I've tried, I've used. Um, some I like, some I don't like. So if you are in the market looking for some type of EDC pouch, pocket slip, pocket organizer, whatever the case is, these are a few different styles that I've tried out myself. And again, really love one, not so much on the other. So we'll go ahead and get started. I'll just kind of work my way from the bottom up. So number 4 on the list of these four that I've got is this belt organizer. I was seeing ads for these. They were popping up through my, on YouTube feed, showing up on Amazon because of search history, stuff like that. Um, there for a minute, I really thought I would definitely use this. At first, I wasn't too sure. I thought, maybe not. Kind of mixed back and forth, but I put it on my Amazon list, sent it to my wife. She ended up getting it for me, I think, for a Christmas or birthday present or something like that. And I gave it a try. And at first, I thought it was pretty handy. I mean, it definitely holds a lot of gear. It's all accessible right there on your belt. But for me, especially in the job and the position I'm in now, I just don't use as much of the gear and tools that I normally have or would have used in the past. And so didn't really make sense for me to carry it anymore. And honestly, it was a little bulky. It definitely took me some time to get used to it. Not a complete knock on this thing at all. I mean, if this is stuff that you're using every day, and you're working with that on your belt right there, then it's great. And then just kind of quick rundown of it. You've got a spot for the pin right here. Definitely made for a Fisher Space pin. Not great for the G2 Mini that I like to use because the rubber grip on the G2 Mini just does not want to slide in this. So definitely recommend, a Fisher Space pin or some other type of pin without a grip on it because that is not going to go in there easily. And then you've got the spot for a multi-tool. I did have one of my other Leathermans. I can't remember the name of it. I think it was the Wave Plus. I had the Wave Plus in here when I was carrying it. I just put the Signal in here for the sake of the video and showing you guys what it looks like. And then you've got a spot for a flashlight, which in here right now, I've got the Through Night Archer Pro S. Definitely number 2 on my list of flashlights. And then, you've got a spot to put just your regular knife, or, really anything else. Other than that, you've got a or a clip for your keys. I really did like that because I usually, in the past, I've carried my keys on my back belt loop, kind of like just in front of the back pocket on my right side. And then I started carrying them on the belt loop, you know, right in the front, just right by the button and zipper. So the reason I didn't really like this one was because for me, I'm right-handed. I wanted to keep it kind of back just in front of my back pocket like this on my hip. And so then the keys were basically dangling like right on my butt, and it was driving me nuts. And when I had posted a video about that, somebody said, well, obviously just move it to the other side and your keys will be closer up here. But being right-handed, it was really awkward and uncomfortable to try to reach, just to have to reach with my left hand. It's not obviously a huge inconvenience, but that's part of EDC, and having a belt organizer, any type of organizer, is for adding some of that quick grab convenience. So this just really didn't work out for me. And again, it was a little bit bulkier than I would have liked, but I'm not surprised by because of how much it holds. So overall, definitely not for me. I've thought about trying it again here and there, but again, with the job I'm working now, I don't need easy access to all this stuff. So not for me, unfortunately, for the time being. But I've kept it in my collection in case I ever want to go back to trying it, or maybe throw it on my belt when I go on a hiking trip or something like that. But at the moment, not a bad product, just not for me. So if you are looking for some type of belt organizer, this brand is called Top Stash, came from Amazon. I can leave a link for it. And then again, I did do a video on this a while back when I first got it. So, uh, like I said, not a bad product, just not for me and didn't really suit my needs or my style with what I was wanting to carry. But overall, pretty solid for a $20 belt organizer from Amazon. So that is number 4 out of the top 4 that I have. Next up would be a slip EDC organizer. This was actually one of the first, I would say, EDC organizers or pocket slip that I got. Again, just a brand from Amazon. Not even sure what that Diodrio. I don't know. Same style of the pen holder. Definitely recommend a Fisher Space pen. And for a minute when I did get this, I had my brass Fisher Space pen. I had my bug out with the brass scales and a brass Olight I3T. I really liked the brass and leather combo. I know that was very popular for a little bit and still is. I still like how that looks. Again, I just kind of threw some stuff in here for the sake of video and showing you guys what it looks like. I did like this a lot. Right now I've got my Olight i3T2 in there. I've got my Benchmade Mini Griptilian. I took the clip off because that clip is super tight and it's just a little bit easier pulling in and out. And I did have a string of 550 cord on there as well, just as a little grab tag. And then again, the Fisher Space pen. This thing honestly is perfect. Like it holds the 3 things that I need: a knife, a light, and a pen, and you're good to go. So really no complaints with this one whatsoever. But again, it came down to how I like to carry my stuff, how I prefer to carry my stuff. Typically, my light is in my front left pocket, knife is in my front right pocket. Pen I don't carry as much anymore. If I'm wearing my uniform, I've got pin pockets on my sleeve of my uniform, so I don't really need that. But really, really no complaints with this. The only thing was how I carried it. So typically for this, I would have wanted and did carry it in like my front left pocket because I keep my phones, my work, my personal phone in my front right. This one in my front left. But since I stopped carrying like a basic, bifold, trifold wallet, and I moved to my Trayvax Armored Summit, I keep that in my front left pocket because I preferred it up there anyways, and that's what I got used to. So then that was just kind of bulky and kind of stacking up wallet on top of this, which obviously having this freed up my pockets on the right. All of this I realize is just nitpicky stuff, but that's kind of the point of all of this EDC gear, is to find something that you like, what suits your needs, your styles, your daily requirements. And carrying something like this, as much as I was grabbing my knife or my light out of my pocket, it just made a lot more sense for me personally to keep them, knife in the right pocket, light in the left pocket. So again, not another bad product. Like, it really is another good product for somebody that wants to carry that all in one pocket and keep it all together like that. So I still have thought about, more than the belt organizer, thought about carrying this again, but in my uniform, which I'm in 5 days out of the week, doesn't really suit my daily needs. So I like this pocket organizer, EDC organizer. I like the idea of it, but when it comes down to the practicality of it, I just kind of got pushed to the side. So I can put a link up for this one as well. I think this was like 15 bucks on Amazon, but I can throw a link in the description for this if you want to check that out too. So that's number 3. Number 2 on the list is somewhat of a recent and new item. This is the Alpaca Gear Zip Pouch. I looked at the Zip Pouch and the Zip Pouch Pro that had the outside pockets for whatnot. But I ended up going with this one because Amazon was having a sale on it. So I got it for like 13 bucks, which isn't bad. I originally got this as a wallet. I wanted to try a new wallet, even though I've sworn by my Trayvax Armored Summit that is my end all be all wallet. This just kind of proved that. So I saw this, thought it looked cool. I like the material of it. I like the zippers on it. I like the black orange combo. Um, it's really got stuck on something. I really like the color combo of it, and really, again, another great product. The material and the zippers are great. Um, it's obviously bigger than my Travex wallet, but I got this to hold more cards and potentially cash. And I got bad for a while about keeping a lot of receipts or business cards or different things like that. So this just kind of became another collect all for that, which was one of the other reasons I went back to my other wallet. But for vacations, or out of town or work trips or whatever, if I am carrying cash or I need to keep receipts for work trips or whatever the case is, this actually came in handy. And I really did like that. And I have used this on other work trips as well because it zips up. I know none of my cards, none of my cash, none of my receipts are going to fall out. It goes right in the front pocket, nice and easy. But for the day to day when I'm not traveling, this just did not. I liked my tray backs a lot more. Again, alpaca zip pouch. Zip pouch is a great product in my opinion. I still have used this on work trips and vacations because I will load up my cards, cash, receipts, whatever I need into this, and I'm good to go. But when I'm home, I'm back to my regular wallet. My only complaint on that wallet, which I've said before, is that it does not hold cash very well. The Traybacks, which I don't carry cash unless I'm on vacation or on a work trip, so that's not a big complaint or a big deal. But I did see a video recently of other ideas of what you could use this for and what it was intended for, not necessarily just a wallet. So I threw a little something together just as a quick minimal EDC grab pouch. So I've got an Olight i3T in there, mini Sharpie, which I'm still in love with and cannot believe I've gone this long without realizing they make mini Sharpies, a lighter, G2 mini, and my Victorinox. I don't know why I'm blanking out. I cannot remember the name of this, but Victorinox knife. So not a bad little quick grab, minimal EDC day. So it's got everything you need in there: knife, pin, Sharpie, lighter if you're a smoker or not, whatever else you can use that for, um, and the flashlight. So, and it all fits in there really well. Stays, pretty slim, and it does what it needs to do. It holds my minimal EDC gear, and I'm good to go. I can leave this on my dresser, and if I feel like just grabbing this for the day, then I'm set. So, again, another great product, just on a daily standpoint, not something that I need or want, because when I need my light or need my knife, I prefer to just grab it straight out of my pocket. But this for work trips, vacations, anything else like that, I absolutely love, and I've brought on every one and will continue to bring on all of them. So that is number 3. Couple of honorable mentions before we get to number 1 was this Olight EDC pouch that I got from, I think, just as a free gift with one of my flashlight purchases. This one I used at the beginning of the year to kind of try out getting into carrying an EDC pouch, and I will leave the link for that video up here as well. This thing was awesome. I loaded this up and took it to Florida with me when I went down there this past New Year's. And again, you can see what all I put in there with that video. But basically, I had a field notes, a pen, a Sharpie, a small fixed blade, flashlight, like all sorts of good stuff in there. If you want to watch that, this thing worked out well. I don't know how, if it was my fault or just falling apart. One of the loops fell off, but for a free gift, it's held up pretty good. So that's an honorable mention. If you want to watch that video, go check it out. And then this was kind of in between. This is a leather wallet, but it's got 2 pockets up here that could hold a knife or a small light or a pen or something like that. I did try that for a little bit, but with the amount of cards that I had, trying to squeeze a knife in there, unless it was like my Victorinox Bantam, which is just the blade and the flathead bottle and bottle opener, it was a pretty tight squeeze. So I mean, the cards fit great in there, or the knife and a light or knife and a pen fit great in there, but not the two combined. It was just a little bit too tight for how many cards I had and what I was trying to squeeze. But I did enjoy this for a little bit, but again, started to get too tight. Even after being broken in a little bit, just wasn't working out. So those were the honorable mentions. But the best one that I have found so far, hands down, has been the Big Idea Design Pocket Pouch. And I got this recently as well. I want to say after I got back from Florida, so January, February timeframe. Picked this up whenever it came out, and this thing has been awesome. I keep this in my work backpack, so on the little outside like water bottle pouch of my backpack, I keep it right in there. I may not get into it every single day, but at least on a weekly basis, I'm grabbing or using something out of there. And I'm not going to go through and like in detail go through everything that's in here, but just a quick overview, real quick run through. We got microfiber cloth, pliers, nail clippers, mini Bic, mini Sharpie, mini G2, right angle ratchet driver, small titanium tweezers, bit extender. I got my loop, uh, earplugs, a couple band-aids, and a couple of zip ties. So I keep all that in there because I have used or have been in situations where I've used everything in there, on a weekly basis. And so that stays in my backpack. I was carrying it around in my pocket or like the cargo pocket of my uniform pants, but it just got too bulky, too heavy. I got so much other stuff in my pockets. I don't need that as well. So this stays in my work bag, and I do get into that quite a bit throughout the week. So this has hands down been my favorite EDC pouch in all of my experimentation. Looks like I got a couple receipts and stuff in there. So I would definitely recommend this one out of all four. But again, it comes down to what your needs are, what your daily tasks are, as far as what type of pouch, EDC organizer, wallet, anything like that that you're going to need or use. That's really what obviously your decision comes down to is what do you need? What are you doing on a daily basis? But I wanted to just kind of run through some of these different options. So if you are looking for something like that, here's a good variety of options that you could look at or consider. So I will leave links to all these products, links to the videos that I've done on these products in the past. And if you have any questions, let me know in the comments. If not, thank you all for watching, and I will see you in the next one.